All right, we're with Ryan Heron from the Loud 100. He has joined us. He is traveling around the country. I think, what are you on, a striptease tour? Are you out there with your G-string trying to collect some dollars?
Man, I got the hat out. I'm hoping somebody throws $1 into it.
There you go.
Uh,
There you go. But tell folks, you're on Instagram. You do a lot of different things. What's your main gig nowadays?
yeah. You can find me at the Loud 100, mostly doing sensory analysis for cannabis flower and cannabis oils and connecting people in that industry there. This week, it's actually kind of exciting. I'm out here in Florida, kind of checking out the market here. They've got medical, and that's going to be expanding soon. And with the recent bill to decriminalize, I think everyone's kind of got legalization on the brain.
There was a big vote today, I guess. It passed the House, goes to the Senate next. We'll see what happens there. There's a bunch of stiffs in the Senate. So
Yeah,
there's
fingers crossed, right?
lots of kickback, relaxed guys in the House. So hopefully things will continue to go that direction. We are talking about cannabis in the state of Oregon, of course. It's huge here. It's a huge industry. It provides a lot of jobs, does a lot of things for a lot of people, just like a lot of different industries, and you've been a part of it for quite some time. How long have you been working in the cannabis industry?
Oh, since 2015, right in Oregon, where we had that really nice kind of overlapping medical recreation area. I was in the food industry, and cannabis just kind of opened its arms, and I haven't left yet. Right now, I'm doing a lot of marketing for an Oregon company called True Terpenes that creates cannabis profiles from non-cannabis plants like mangoes and hops, and isolating those terpenes to recreate the profiles,
Cool.
which is really exciting because those do not contain cannabinoids. We can ship those worldwide.
Ah.
So that might go into an edible in Australia, or a beverage in New Zealand, or a vape pen in Mexico City. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of people don't like just normal, occasional users of cannabis probably don't even know what a terpene is. Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah. Terpenes are the hydrocarbons, the individual molecules of the building blocks of scent. So if you walk in the forest and you're smelling all that great pine smell, well, partially that's alpha pinene and beta pinene, and these these compounds that we find in cannabis that provide the aroma and even effect. Are also present in many other things, mostly plants, but hey, even some insects and some fun places.
I know you're in that cannabis industry, but you're also are really into food and beverage, which I think is awesome. And I follow you on Instagram. I always see your cool posts on there about whatever beverage you drink. What's your favorite like beverage to go out and hunt for? Is it
You
coffee?
know what? It is. It's an espresso shot, right? So we're
Yeah.
lucky enough, or I am, to live in Portland there, which is just lousy with great coffee places, and so that kind of like daily hunt to go find the extra special cup, is nice, and it's the sensory analysis, right? It's all flavor. So beer, coffee, chocolate, tea, all of it, right? We're learning from any of it. So just enjoying the breadth of the things we have at our fingertips, right?
Yeah, we are lucky if fortunate enough to live in the Portland area where there's so much good food and beverage and just everything, whether it be artisanal or whatever. There's so much good stuff. Um, how do you, how do you pick what you're gonna go do, like where you're gonna go, what you're gonna try? Is it just word of mouth, or is it something that you do a lot of research about, or how does that work for you?
I think, like a lot of people, just follow people that you're interested and engaged with on Instagram, social media. I'm reading about all the new restaurants opening. And then I think what makes me kind of a unique candidate for this sort of stuff is I don't mind driving way out of my way to go find something to just try it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, a lot of times you might find something that you're like, that really was not good or not worth the drive. So the adventure of seeking it out tends to be like the fun thing. And then if I can
Right.
say to everyone, you need to try this smoothie beer. It's modeled after a banana split, and it's going to blow your mind. Well, hey, that's just the icing on the cake, right?
Yeah, I love a good sandwich. I'm always on the hunt for a good sandwich. And
Yes,
we have a
yes,
mutual friend, Justin Lipschitz. He's with Realistic Consulting and Ideal Farms. He is a
yes.
sandwich maniac as well. And there's so many good sandwich places in Portland. It is really hard to, decide where to go. Um, where's a place that you've been hitting sandwiches a lot lately? What's your favorite sandwich place lately? I know we don't want to play favorites too much, but there are some damn good sandwiches in this town, as
There
you can
really is.
tell.
Okay, so Lardo is just classic, right?
Right.
It's we're in the middle of a pandemic, so comfort food is the thing
Mhm.
that we all need here, right? Stacked, the sandwich shop, has been really good.
Yeah. I
And
like
then it's
Stack.
not a
I'm a big
sandwich,
fan of
but it's in the
Stacked.
same category. I know you were just talking about. Yes, yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, sorry, a
I
little
know
bit
you
of
were
a
just
delay
talking
there.
about the Phil's Donuts,
Oh,
and they're doing some incredible savory donut type things now. So if you're just hearing about that, or if you listened to the show the other day, that's really something you got to go check out.
yeah, those Phil's Donuts, the one, I mean, Leather Stores, he's quite the creative, gentleman he is. That one that they have with the meat inside and oh my god, I can't even explain what it was. I think it had gorgonzola on the top and a little bit of this, like some ruffles or something. I mean, it just looks phenomenal. Gaining weight just like thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd call it this, but it really is for me. It's the ultimate stoner food, right? It's comforting, it's delicious, it's a couple of bucks, and you can inhale the whole thing and not feel like you just ate a large pizza.
I'm a big fan of Best Baguette. I'm a big fan of the banh mi there. I found a couple other little holes in the wall that have pretty good banh mi's too, but I don't know. They're always consistent and so good. Every time I go there, they're phenomenal. And $4.50 or whatever, you can't beat that. I mean, that's a
It's
great.
hard to beat. So I usually get the Vietnamese pulled pork,
Yes.
which I think is not exactly traditional, but that's my absolute favorite. What do you go to? What's your go to when you're at the banh mi spot?
So I get the number 9, the barbecue pork. It's just one of my favorite things to get there, and it's so phenomenal. But I've tried just about everything on the menu. But that's kind of my go-to if I'm like in a hurry and if I don't want to mess around. That's what I go for. But I'm a big fan of Stacked as well. Every time I go there, it's just good stuff. But there's so many places to eat. It's hard to pin it down. We should get someone out there on the street doing sandwich reports for a podcast. What do you think, Ryan?
Oh man, let's get him on there next week.
We'll call him Fat Sammy. We'll just have him run around town and
Hey, how come Fat Sammy just looks like Justin with a wig on?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish up our conversation and see what's going on in your other podcast world. I wanted to hit you up about some of the other things that you had done. I'm not sure if you're still doing them or what's going on with you. So we'll find out a little more. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and have more with Ryan Heron from the Loud 100 right here on the Justin McDonald Show on Talkcast PDX. welcome back to the Justin McDonald Show. Thank you so much for hanging out on a Friday night. We're just having a good time, and we have our good friend Ryan Heron from the Loud 100 with us. We've been chatting about different things. He kind of is a renaissance man of sorts. You're working all kinds of different places. You got podcasting, you got cannabis, you got food. You're always enjoying yourself, which I just love. But you were doing a podcast for a while. And I believe you were doing it with a couple of other folks from another town, I think San Francisco. It was called Pot Snobs. And
yeah, really a fantastic show.
Yeah, and I would check it out from time to time to see what kind of topics you always talked about. You didn't always talk about cannabis, though. You always had, sometimes you had different things that you talked about that were kind of associated with that lifestyle.
Yeah, we really did like the whole perspective of West Coast cannabis. So we covered everything from regenerative farming to the Emerald Cup to the Cultivation Classic. So yeah, always in that world of taste and flavor and cannabis. But hey, it's a big world. There's a lot to tie in there.
Yeah, I mean, that is, it's a legitimate business nowadays, and people just going to have to own up to the fact that that's the deal. You still have a lot of stiffs, like I said, out there. Just don't get it. That one guy, that 65-year-old guy or whatever, just doesn't get, oh, these damn stoners, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's just not like that anymore. Yeah, those people still do exist. The non-ambitious, you get that on all just about everything. People on alcohol, people, there's issues out there. People have to learn how to live properly, moderation and know what's medicine and what's not. And, the guy that's doing 10-gram dabs on Instagram is not the guy I want representing the cannabis industry.
Totally, right? And that's one of the problems we're having right now is regulation through things like social media, where we're a legal state, we're abiding by the terms of service, we're really trying to stay above board on all of these things because hey, our jobs depend on it. And we end up flagged or restricted or shadow banned is a fun thing to say, but not so fun to be locked into. So it's almost this like technical perception that we need to get over to almost grow the industry and touch on the people who are into medicine or know that one glass of wine is plenty. Those are kind of our customer base that are maybe missing out on seeing some of these things because of Mr. 10-gram dab.
Yeah, that's right. Are you guys going to continue to do Pot Snobs? Are you still doing that podcast? I still see it out there floating around.
Yeah, it's still out there. It's still live. It's on hiatus right now. My co-host Caitlin of Certified Dank at Certified Dank on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's pregnant right now, so she's gonna have a young daughter or new daughter this spring, and then shortly after that, I imagine we'll resume it. But in the meantime, we're just taking a little break and might have some other podcasty type projects coming up here, but maybe a little too soon to announce.
That's right. I'm going to try to sucker you into here to Talkcast PDX so you can be on our network and hang out
sold.
with us.
Yeah, definitely, man. Let's do it.
We got a lot of, we have Citizen Smith. He's doing a 3-day-a-week podcast on Portland issues and Oregon issues. And then, of course, I'm doing my little fun time. This is like my way to blow off steam. I have to usually kind of be a serious guy during the week. This is the no politics zone. So we don't talk about politics and things like that. And then we got Ground Zero, Channel Zero with Clyde Lewis. He's the host of the popular radio show Ground Zero. He's doing his little TV show from here, which is kind of nice. And he's going to give us some local content as well. And then we have our good friend Jeremy Scott from Into the Parabnormal. He's going to be over here hanging out with us as well. He does a great show on Saturdays. It's just fantastic. We got a lot of great people involved. Oh, and you know who else we have on board, Ryan? We have Jeff Lowenfels on board.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. The Teaming with Microbes and those series of books. Those are so great.
His podcast is called Teaming with Tips. And so people can call in or write in or send a video submission. And then each week he tries to answer as many questions as he can, usually one or two. He's usually kind of a pretty busy guy. But if we use your video submission, they send you a free T-shirt, Lord of the Roots T-shirt, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Jeff's, I'm glad that he's here too. He lives here in Portland. He splits time between here and Anchorage, and we're glad that he's here hanging out with us as well. And we got a lot of exciting things happening here, and I'm just glad that you'll be a part of it at some point. So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Really love the group you guys have put together, and the output has just really been fantastic.
That's right. And we want to try to, our goal is to create that community podcast network. And we just want lots of creative and talented people to come by, and they want to do a podcast and hang out like this. They can do that. They can talk about knitting for a half an hour. I don't care. As long as it's fun and interesting. And so you could have a podcast called, I love kitty cats or something like that. I don't care. But we want to just allow ourselves to be out there for the public and a place for them to come and do what they want to do, kind of like the old public access cable channels. Remember those days? Do you remember that?
Yeah, the open days, come on through. You turn it on just to see how wild something was, right? Let's bring that back.
Yeah, you'd have the guy playing Led Zeppelin songs on garbage cans or something crazy, and it was always something fun. So, but Ryan, I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us. I know you're on vacation and you're hanging out in Florida, but this is a Zoom world we're living in right now.
Right. This is what work from home looks like these days.
That's right. So we'll let you get your mask back on and back to shopping wherever you're at there, whatever you're doing. What are you looking for? Food? You're looking for food, right?
Yeah, I just finished the food. Got some wonderful Turkish coffee. I'm always on the hunt.
I love that Turkish coffee. That's good stuff. Yeah. But well, Ryan, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Go enjoy yourself. And of course, until next time, keep on keeping on.
Oh, likewise, man. Always good chatting with you, and we'll do it again soon.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Talk to you again, man. Later on.
All right. Ryan Heron from the Loud 100. There he goes. Thank you so much for coming on the Justin McDonald Show. Good times, I tell you, good times. Join us next week. We will have another great guest. I'm out for vacation for a few days. And thank you so much for hanging out and being with us. And that's going to pretty much do it for this Friday night. Go have yourself a good time. And thank you so much for hanging out with us right here on Talkcast PDX. Also, stop by the JustinMcDonaldShow.com, buy a t-shirt, get one of them Funkin' Go Nuts shirts. Help support the show. We do appreciate it. Till next time, peace.